Lions deck?
You know, it's really tough to tell. Some people were saying Simic Charm, some people were saying Dimir Charm.
I think the Mirror Charm. I'm still sticking to it.
I haven't seen any standouts yet, though.
All right, awesome. So we have my friend on camera. We have Ali to the left of the screen. He's playing Omnitel. And to the right, we have Jeremiah. He is playing the 12-post deck. Pretty awesome deck. A lot of vintage players like the 12-post deck. Now my friend PT Paul plays it a bunch. It's really reliant on busting out an early Emrakul.
Yeah, but it can do it easily because it has
everything. Every mana ramp spell you could imagine, it has.
Mostly, though, it's relying on the Cloud Post.
Exactly. Yeah.
So here we have a turn 1 Ponder into a Gitaxian Probe. The Probe sees Oblivion Stone, Brainstorm, Brainstorm, Island. So a pretty bad hand from the 12-post deck. Not a single Cloud Post, not a single ramp spell. Kind of a bad hand.
Yeah. No Glimmer Post, no Cloud Post.
Right.
No crop rotation.
I hope he has a fetch land on top to shuffle some of those O-Stones away.
Yep.
You know, it's kind of interesting the choice of O-Stone after board, because O-Stone deals with Emrakul. It's one of the few cards that does.
Yeah. All right, there's a Brainstorm from Ollie. So, with Ollie's deck compared to, say, Josh Ravis's deck that we saw, Omnitel versus a Sneak and Show, which one do you prefer?
I really like the consistency of the Sneak and Show. I feel like it can just do more powerful things quicker. It has kind of like 8 of its combo pieces, 4 Sneak, 4 Show.
Sure.
How about you?
I think I would agree with you. I like Sneak and Show a bunch. So, all right, after the Brainstorm, Ollie just passes the turn. And Jeremiah plays his own Brainstorm, hoping to filter out. Yeah, he doesn't really want these O-Stones, correct?
Right. You want one in case your opponent drops a Show and Tell into Emrakul, but even that, he's not close to 5 mana right now.
Exactly, and I think Jeremiah is more concerned about building his own strategy rather than kind of counteracting to Ollie's.
Right, and here comes the rare end of turn double Brainstorm.
All right, so Brainstorm number 2. Yeah, it's kind of odd that he played a second Brainstorm here, especially with the Sensei's Dividing Top.
I'm not sure what he's looking for. I would almost rather top and look at the third card down that way.
Yeah, most of the time players tend to hold their Brainstorms to really filter their draws, but I'm not too sure what's going on. Maybe he has a plan. He probably knows his 12-post deck better than me. I never played 12-post, to be honest.
No,
I watch a decent amount of 12-post.
It's one of the most expensive legacy decks.
Yeah, it really is.
So it's a tough deck to get to play.
Sure.
So Jeremiah does have the crop rotation for the shuffle effect, so he'll be able to shuffle away at least one of the top cards of his library if he wants to.
All right, so there's post number 1.
21 to 18. 21 to 17.
All right, Ollie fetches, sacrificing his Scalding Tarn. Since he Brainstormed last turn, wants to shuffle those cards away. Something very common you see in Legacy. If there's any player out there that's new to Legacy, there's a bunch of different decks that you could get into. The probably easiest, cheapest, most efficient deck, Mono Red Burn.
Mono Red Burn, yeah.
Yeah.
Always a really, really popular deck at the Legacy Opens, because at these Opens, it's not really that cutthroat of a tournament. You see a lot of newer players who are trying to break into the format.
Sure.
Trying to play maybe a little cheaper of a deck.
Yeah.
We always sell out of Sulfuric Vortex at a price of progress.
And the Mono Red deck is really good.
Yeah. It is.
All right, so there's another Brainstorm from Ollie. And now he'll untap. And he's drawn a Scalding Tarn. All right, so Ollie definitely has enough mana. He has a Force of Will. I think he's in pretty good shape right now. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that Jeremiah has 0 Cloud Posts in play so far is great for Ollie. The more time that goes on, the more it favors Jeremiah, but so far, he's kind of spinning his wheels in the mud here.
Yeah, it looks like maybe there's a problem with a cell phone. I'm not too sure what's going on here. Just looks like they stopped playing for 30 seconds or so.
Yeah, I don't think the judges like using the cell phone for the on-camera match.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why.
I think just during the match, you're just not allowed to use your cell phone, period.
Yeah. A lot of people like to keep track of the life total, but each head judge has their own different opinion on whether it's allowed or not.
So Ollie plays a Burning Wish here. And I mean, I'm pretty sure this is going to resolve. Ollie is up again. Oh, they needed the Oracle text for O-Stone. All right. So in response, there's a crop rotation.
And that will resolve.
Yeah.
Ali doesn't want to fight over that, and here it comes, Cloud Post number 1. So right now, after that untaps, it'll tap for 2 mana. The Glimmer Post still only taps for 1.
So this is the second post of this game.
2 post.
Isn't that a cereal? 2 post or no?
I think you're thinking of Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch? Okay.
Yeah, close.
Rice Krispie treats. So what is Ali going to get with this Burning Wish? We are unsure.
Yeah, it really depends on his hand. He has a lot of options.
Maybe just a show and tell?
That's usually what it's going to go for. These Burning Wishes in Ali's deck almost always go for the 4th show and tell on the board.
Exactly. Maybe even like a Thoughtseize?
Yeah, Thoughtseize is good too.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a Thoughtseize.
He does know a lot of cards in Jeremiah's hand, although the Brainstorm makes things a little more complicated.
Yeah, exactly. He knows these cards from a previous Gitaxian Probe.
Right.
Alright, so Ali takes a look at his sideboard. So he boarded out his Dazes?
I guess his theory was that
because he's on the draw.
Post deck.
Yeah, I mean, obviously against the 12 post deck is bad, but
a lot of times though they really hit their mana exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, especially stopping like a top. But I guess if he was on the play, he would bring back the Dazes in.
Right.
All right, so he ended up getting an Overmaster. So Overmaster, 1 red mana. It's a cantrip, but that's not the important thing.
Right. The important part is what Overmaster says. 1 red mana sorcery, like Gerard said. The next sorcery you play this turn is uncounterable.
All right, so there's a Brainstorm. All right, so there we have Overmaster on the screen. Like Zach said.
Oh, instant or sorcery?
Yeah, it's
my
instant
fault.
or sorcery. Yeah, I thought it was instant or sorcery.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, no problem. But most of the time it is used for sorcery to get through a show and tell, so that's the important part.
Overmaster is kind of a poor man's Xantid Swarm, but with haste.
Yeah, and plus you get the cycle.
You do.
And you don't have to play a green.
Yeah, green is
green
a little loose in combo decks.
Yeah, not for us. Ooh, okay. So now Ali has drawn his second Force of Will. So, I mean, Ali's in pretty good shape here.
Love double Force of Will backup.
Yeah, I don't think he has enough blue cards, though.
Oh, yeah, he might be 1 short.
Yeah.
Because he has to play that. Play the show and tell. But if he draws a blue card off the Overmaster, he should have enough.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens here. Ali sacrifices his Scalding Tarn.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting situation with show and tell versus the 12 post deck, because 12 post plays its own Ulamog, it plays its own Kozilek. It has its Annihilators too.
Exactly. So it's an annihilation match, we'll call it. Alright, so Ali fetches up another dual land. So he has a Volcanic Island, Underground Sea, and Basic Island. There's the Overmaster.
And Gristlebrand. So he bricks on a blue card, but he'll still have 1 Force of Will.
Yeah, so I think Ali just is going to play the show and tell here. There's really no reason he shouldn't.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why he shouldn't. I mean, you have to figure that Jeremiah would have put the Eldrazi back with the Brainstorm.
Exactly, and he's going to try to get an Omniscience in play here.
But instead,
there
Omniscience.
Yeah, Omniscience and show and tell.
Wow, he plays out both of his monsters in the face of O-Stone.
Yeah.
Those are just going to get blown up.
Well, I guess he just wants to take the extra turn and draw. What is he going to draw? 14 here?
He could go to 1.
I think he should go to 1.
Well, he should see a 7 first, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, most likely he probably should go to 1. Like, why not?
Yeah, there's not much reason not to. Gitaxian Probe, fetch lands.
Force of Will. No, Force of Will. Yeah. Yeah, that's the main thing. He probably shouldn't go to 1, actually.
Yeah, if it was 2, that'd be something different. But the fact that he has 2 Force of Wills in hand.
Wait, no, he's going to 1.
Wow, he's just drawing. He's not even looking for a 7.
He's just like, okay, I know this is what I want for Christmas, Mom. Make sure you get it for me.
Wow.
But what about your shoe size? I don't care. It's this one.
So Ali's graveyard shoveled back into the deck.
Because of the trigger from Emrakul.
Right, and now Jeremiah gets to untap with...
Well, not yet.
Not yet.
He has to survive another turn.
One extra turn. That's
true. So, I mean... I think Ali loves surprises, so he's just going to wait and look at them all together. He's actually going to draw first turn. Oh, no, well, he can't. He has to discard first, unfortunately. But if he could, he definitely just would have drawn for the turn and then looked all together.
Yeah, pretty interesting line.
Wait, no, he has a discard. You got a discard, buddy. Ollie's like, yeah, my turn again, right? I got all these cards.
Can't play with a 16 card hand, that's for sure.
He has to discard those forcibles. I mean, he has no life gain in his deck.
Yeah, so it looks like he's keeping Omniscience, a discard spell. I didn't quite make out the others, but he'll keep a land too.
Yeah, it looks like he's keeping those forcibles. I really hope. I kind of have a premonition that Ollie's gonna kill himself with a forcible.
Maybe he doesn't realize he's at 1. No, he discarded both the forces.
Oh, he did discard the forces?
I think so.
Are you sure?
Nope.
No, you're not sure. I like the Pithing Needle tech for Ollie. That's always nice. I like Pithing Needle in general, just in Legacy. It really stops a bunch of different things. I mean, ideally, he would want Pithing Needle for the O-Stone, but as you can see, it didn't work out that way. All right, so Ollie shows him that he has 7 cards in hand. It looks like Jeremiah wants to see exactly what did Ollie discard.
Right, try and figure out
So he
Ollie's
did discard
hand.
those forcibles. Good job. All right, so Ollie draws a City of Traders. So I don't see another show and tell for Ollie. I mean, do you see a show and tell on his hand or no?
I can't make one out. It looks like he has Brainstorm. He has
Burning Wish.
Okay, that's the card I didn't recognize. DCI Burning Wish.
How do people get all these foil promo judges? This is crazy. I only have the regular cards at best, you know?
No, you don't do much judging.
I don't. I actually took the judge test and I got a 0. All right.
I believe it.
There's the show and tell. Ooh, Jeremiah has his own Emrakul. Ollie has Omniscience.
Okay. So what does Ollie have to follow it up?
I mean, he has the Burning Wish, and he's just going to kill him right here. Burning Wish for Petals of Insight. Yeah.
Yep, there it is.
And this should be game. Although, hey, this is kind of crazy. Jeremiah has a 15-15 Emrakul, and he's going to lose.
And it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
His opponent's at 1. He has a 15.
All right, there's Petals of
Annihilator.
Insight on the screen. Sorcery, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may put those cards on the bottom of your library in any order. If you do, return Petals of Insight to his owner's hand.
Right, and when that spell's
Otherwise,
free,
draw 3.
that just means draw whatever 3 cards in your deck you want.
Exactly.
In order.
Yes.
Of course.
Does Jeremiah have anything?
I don't know. I don't think he has a Force of Will in hand. I think we would have seen him fight over the Omniscient, or the Show and Tell, rather.
All right, we'll find out in a second if he has anything. All right, so Ollie is going through the motions. All right. Ollie's doing it again and again. So this might take a while, but the game should end this turn. We'll find out in about 6 minutes and 9 seconds. Otherwise, it's going to be 5 additional turns, and then it'll be a draw.
Yep, he's looking for his own Emrakul, so he can both Legend rule Jeremiah's and take an extra turn.
All right, I see a Thoughtseize. That's pretty funny. You know, when you're on 1 life, especially in Legacy, you see some Force of Wills, you see some Gataxian Probes, you see some Thoughtseize, and you're like, hey, wait a minute. These cards aren't really helping me.
Yeah, life gets a little more complicated when you're at 1 in Legacy. Half your lands don't work, half your spells don't work.
Yes. So just some crazy combo decks we've seen so far today.
Yeah, you know, I didn't think combo would show up in Force today, but so far, it's almost all we've seen.
All right. So Ollie's still going through the motions. Jeremiah's letting him play it out, it looks like.
Yeah, and it's pretty interesting with Petals of Insight. If the number of cards left in your deck is not a multiple of 3, you can go through your whole deck and then see slightly different piles and then slightly different piles again if you want to go through it a few times.
Sure. But eventually, regardless, it will be game.
Right.
Yeah.
It should.
It should be the game right here. So all he has to do is go get his Grape Shot. Because right now, I mean, the Storm count is just infinite.
As much as Ollie wants it to be, and eventually he'll find the Burning Wish to go get the Grape Shot.
Yeah. It's either the Grape Shot is in the deck right now, or more likely or not, it's going to be in the sideboard.
Yeah, I think I saw it peeking out of the sideboard.
Exactly,
so unless Ollie's gone through all his Force of Wills, or rather all his Burning Wishes.
Yeah. And you might think, hey, wait a minute, Ollie only has 1 land. It doesn't matter because the Grape Shot is free. All right, so he shows him the Burning Wish.
I'm not. Oh, okay, I see. So he just has to get the Storm count.
Exactly, yeah. So I think Jeremiah is actually keeping track on his phone of the Storm count. So, and Ollie's doing some rearranging just to try to set it up the way he wants it.
Right, he's getting his Storm count to 20. He's making sure he gets both the Emrakul and the Burning Wish in a pile just in case. But regardless,
So he does
this
it again.
should be the match in favor of Ali.
Yeah, and if anybody at home fell asleep while Ali is just doing this over and over again, wake up.
This is
because-
somehow worse than Sensei's divining time.
well, with this at least, Ali's not really thinking. He's just like, yep, 3, bottom, 3,
Right.
bottom.
So now Jeremiah is asking, what's going on? What are you waiting for? What are you looking for?
We'll see what's happening. Maybe Ali's just trying to stall so he gets more camera time. Like Jeremiah really has to go to the bathroom, and Ali's like, no, I'll look at 3 again.
Do you know what I think Jeremiah's asking? I think he's asking the judge, much like with the Four Horsemen deck, can Ali do this? Can he keep repeating the same game action with nothing changing?
But how is nothing changing? All he has to do is get to the storm count.
Yeah, it is. I think this might be Jeremiah's only way to win. Just maybe a little rules clarification, because the Four Horsemen deck was ruled not tournament playable because you couldn't keep looping because nothing was changing.
Well, Jeff Liu recently had an SCG Open out in California. I believe he lost the last round playing for top 8. But we're coming back to the booth, and I'll find out what's going on. All right, so we're going to find out what exactly is going on. But we're back. I'm Gerard Fabiano here with Zach Hall, and you saw Ali playing his Omni show deck.
Omni show.
And we see Jeremiah playing the 12-post deck, and we saw Ali show and tell an Omniscience into play.
Right.
He also played an Emrakul and then played a Grizzlebrand.
So quite the turn.
Yeah, quite the turn you would think, but his opponent with 5 mana open snuck in a O-Stone.
Right.
Blows the O-Stone and responds. Ali pays 14 life all at once. He gets really happy. He's like, 14 cards for me. And he pretty much sets up his hand for next turn. He was able to Burning Wish for a show and tell, put another Omniscience into play.
Right.
His opponent, however, plays an Emrakul. All right, so
it complicates things a little bit.
Exactly, because if his opponent untaps, it's really bad for Ali.
Yes.
But Ali's not going to let him untap because Ali Burning Wishes for free, goes to a sideboard, he gets Petals of Insight. Petals of Insight, 4 colors and a blue, sorcery. He gets to draw 3 cards. Well, look at 3 cards.
Right.
If he doesn't like them, put them on the bottom. Doesn't like them, put them on the bottom. Cycle, 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 cycle.
Free, he just gets to find
The
whatever cards he
spell goes
wants.
back to his hand.
Yes.
So he's storm, 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 storm. Eventually, he'll Burning Wish for a Grape Shot, and Grape Shot his opponent
Right.
for 21 damage because his opponent was on 21. Now, I'm not too sure what the problem was, what was going on. It looked like Jeremiah was asking a judge for a rules question, maybe. I'm really lost.
We're going to find out for you. After the table judge makes his ruling, he'll convey that information to us, we'll convey it to you. We'll
Exactly.
figure it out.
Yeah, now previously in our feature match, we saw Dustin Taylor. All right, he's playing the American Delver deck. Now, I know a lot of you guys want a deck tech from Dustin Taylor, and I think Ruben's working on it, so hopefully you'll be able to see Dustin Taylor talk about the American Delver deck. Once again, I could give you a little rundown on it. It works pretty much like a Rug Delver deck. All right, in a Rug Delver, you have Delver Secrets, Grim Lavamancers, some